This force 13 is Australia Oceania Channel, where the Invest 94S has been upgraded to tropical cyclone status by the Perth office, the Tropical Cyclone Warning Centre, and is formed off the Kimberley case. Cancelled zone is Beagle Bay to Cape Leveque. And here's the details. Cat1 sustained winds in a centre of 65 kilometres per hour with wind gusts of 95 kilometres per hour, located within 30 kilometres to 16.7 degrees south, 121.2 degrees east, 175 kilometres northwest of Broome, and 485 kilometres northeast of Port Hedland, tracking west-southwest at 22 kilometres an hour. Cyclone is expected to continue moving southwest over water and parallel to the coast during today and on Friday, and the centre is saying that Riley is likely to intensify to Category 2 during Friday. Now here's the track on Riley. The Joint Typhoon Warning Centre is also on board. They've tagged 94S as Tropical Cyclone 11S, and they have it around 84 nautical miles north of Broome, tracking southwest at 12 knots. Animated and enhanced infrared satellite imagery shows the system has consolidated. There's deep convection over the low-level circulation, and a significant rain band now extends about 150 nautical miles to the rest of the low-level circulation. The initial position is based with fair confidence using a SSMI 85 GHz microwave image, which shows rain bands wrapping in from the north and south. The initial intensity of 35 knots is consistent with multi-agent VOAC current intensity estimates of T2.5, 35 knots, and the environment is very favourable with good equatorial outflow, excellent poleward outflow, low 5 to 10 knots of vertical wind shear, and a warm 30 to 31 Celsius sea surface temperature. And on the screen at present is some models and their tracks. Tropical Cyclone 11S or Riley is tracking along the northern periphery of a subtropical ridge anchored over southern Australia. Throughout the forecast, the steering ridge will build and the cyclone will continue tracking westward along the northern periphery. The very favourable environment is expected to allow the tropical cyclone to intensify fairly rapidly to 60 knots by the 36-hour mark. Then more slowly afterward as the environment becomes less favourable. The intensity forecast is on the high end of the intensity guidance, as several models predict the cyclone intensity will taper off around 48 to 72 hour mark. On the screen is a look at the intensity. However, with the exception of NAFCHEM, Dynamic Model Guidance has good cross-track agreement with the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's forecast. However, a long track spread is fairly significant due to differences in the steering ridge strength amongst the models. The southern outline of NavJam develops a mid-latitude trough that creates a break in the steering ridge that will allow the cyclone to turn sharply southward towards Leveque. Based on the NavJam outliner and high long track spread amongst the other models, there's low confidence in the centre's forecast track. Now we have a look at the NOAA floaters. Bureau Meteorology over there in Western Australia has cancelled their severe weather warning, and I have a gale warning in place for the West Kimberley, the Albany, Esperance and Ikura case. Strong wind warning for the Pilbara, Nigaloo, the Gascoyne, Geraldton, Bunbury Geography and the Yuan Coast. The Bureau did have a sheep graziers warning for the Southwest District that's been cancelled. Fire weather warning is in place for Exmouth Gulf Coast fire weather districts. Strong wind warning Macquarie and Hunter Case for Friday. And we also have Invest 95p. Joy Typhoon Warning Centre has it as medium. And the Bureau Meteorology continues to have in place a severe weather warning for damaging winds, heavy rainfall, abnormally high tides for the Peninsular forecast districts. The monsoon trough is currently located across the northern coast on the top end, and it's expected to strengthen over the northern Gulf of Carpentaria, far north Queensland today. A tropical low over Cape York Peninsula is expected to develop further during the next 24 to 48 hours, and at this point in time has a moderate chance, 20 to 50%, of forming into a tropical cyclone from Friday. Heavy rain may lead to flash flooding expected to develop across far northern Queensland from today. 6 hourly rainfall totals of 100 to 150 millimetres likely, and likely heavier falls are possible with any thunderstorm. The heavy falls are expected to develop north of Cowan today, extending south of Cowan late today or early Friday morning. Damaging winds with peak gusts of around 90 kilometres an hour may develop about the northern Cape York Peninsula, including the Torres Strait Islands from late today. Water levels on today high tide could exceed the highest tide of the year at some Torres Strait Islands. Locations which may be affected under this severe weather warning: the Leichhardt River, Reaper, Thursday Island, Cowan, Arakoon, Musgrave, Bamaga, Old Mapoon and Napoonam. And that is the latest information. The headline is monsoonal conditions developing across far north Queensland, and the advisory is for damaging winds. And now we have a look at the BSCH website. It's once again the GFS model, and we're looking at wind probability. The information's at the bottom of the screen. This is in 3 hourly blocks from 7 a.m. through to about 10 p.m. Correction, 10 a.m. Friday. Bureau Meteorology here in Queensland has a initial flood watch in place for the northern Cape York Peninsula catchments. And they have a strong wind warning for the southeast Gulf of Carpentaria, northeast Gulf of Carpentaria and the Torres Strait. Now we have a look at storm probability. Once again, it's the top end. Although the southeast corner of Queensland, northern parts of New South Wales could get some activity in coming hours. And read the Tropical Cyclone Riley, Category 1, heading for Category 2. Even though the Bureau has cancelled the cyclone warnings, 95p. Now have a look at instability. Fire weather warning for the Mount Lofty ranges, Adelaide Metro, New York Peninsula, Kangaroo Island, Riverland, Murraylands, Upper South and Lower Southeast forecast districts, along with Eastern Eyre Peninsula, Lower Eyre Peninsula, Flinders, the Mid-North. Force 13 will continue to bring the latest information on the developing tropical scene down here in the southern hemisphere. And upper level divergence is very healthy for the tropical cyclone Riley. The wind shear, 24-hour shear tendency, the 850 millibar vorticity. And whilst the Tropical Cyclone Warning Centre over there in Perth is doing 3-hourly updates, it will be interesting to see if they reverse it to 6-hourly. Stay tuned to Force 13's AU for more information.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, our YouTube page youtube.com/Force13, on Facebook under the same name Force 13, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 if you wish to get in touch. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.